and I think we need some answers out here as soon as possible.
Okay, what runway yet?
What's that?
Are you at a specific runway?
I don't know the runway. Italy just ran out of the airplane.
It was runway 28 left that quickly turned into a triage center with more than 300 people on the plane. The need for medical help overwhelmed the first responders.
Yes, we just got in a plane crash, and there are a bunch of people who still need help, and there's not enough medics out here that need help. There is a woman out here on the street on the runway who is pretty much burned very severely on the head, and we don't know what to do.
Okay, we do have help started that way. You said that they're there, but there's not enough people, correct?
Yes, she is severely burned. She will probably die soon if we don't get any help.
The fire department spokesperson says within 18 minutes of receiving word of the crash, 5 ambulances and more than a dozen other rescue vehicles were either on the scene or on the way to help. Airport Fire Department and San Mateo County crews that were already there. The engines, tailpieces, and landing gear have been removed from the runway. The rest will be picked up and put into containers to be taken to another place for reconstruction.
We're just sitting, waiting. We pulled out to the runway.
Before the world saw the dramatic images of a plane crash in San Francisco,
I looked out my window to the right, and there was just flames and, smoke coming up.
before we saw all of this, Fort Collins resident Chloe Harrington saw it first.
Watched this happen, awful, which was my caption.
At 13, her first post went to Instagram.
I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what was going on. I was worried, I didn't know if everyone was okay, if there'd been injuries or deaths.
2 people died, dozens were seriously injured.
Everyone was taking pictures and calling all their friends and family and telling them that we couldn't go home that day.
Harrington says she worried about stepping foot onto a plane again.
That was scary.
2 days later, her family had a return flight back to Denver
I was pretty nervous about landing.
because landing is what she'd seen in San Francisco.
After seeing something like that, I just had a really bad feeling that the same thing was gonna happen. I started to sweat a lot, and then I ended up throwing up.
But she made it back to Colorado, back to Fort Collins.
At the time, I didn't really know. I was quite so traumatized.
Back where she can share a story of having witnessed firsthand a tragedy the rest of the world watched from far away.
I'm never gonna forget seeing that.
From Fort Collins, Nick McGurk, 9 News.